Sounds like
Okay,
a
let's go
plan.
to a 7 foot European who I'm quite certain will definitely be an all-star that you've seen recently. I'm talking about Nikola Jokic. I'll go out on that limb.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
It's interesting. Obviously, the guy's coming off back-to-back MVPs. Um, sore subject to one of your frequent stops in Philadelphia, but deservedly, Jokic was
Deservedly
back-to-back
so.
MVP.
Yep.
And some of his numbers are down this year. His scoring's down. It's early. We're still in small sample size theater. His scoring's down, 6-7 points per game. His rebounding, which he was career high last year, he's down over 3 boards per game. Assists up a little bit. Um, I wonder. There's a couple things there. One, obviously, he's got Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back. It makes sense that he's going to focus on facilitating more and not have to carry as much of a scoring burden. I do wonder, he's still impacting games. I do wonder, is he pacing himself a little bit? He also played in Eurobasket, which he's getting up at, he's not 25 years old. He's got some miles on his tires. I wonder if he's pacing himself a little bit early in the season.
I could see that. I mean, the other thing is too, like you've got Jamal Murray back, right? So, I mean, he's definitely going to take some extra shots, and I think that's certainly been part of it. But yeah, look, I mean, his minutes are down a little bit. His shots are down 4 attempts a game. Like, like I think it's safe to say that he might be pacing himself. And I think Michael Malone,
his per minute rebounding and scoring is down pretty significantly too.
Right. And I think, Michael Malone, I think, said in the summer that they were going to try to pace him a little bit more than they have in the past too, because they have the ability to this year. So yeah, I think that's all fair. And look, this Denver team, I think, is really good. Jamal is starting to work his way back into form. Michael Porter looks healthy, which is good. I like the Bruce Brown pickup this summer. He's fit in really nicely. I still just fundamentally don't know if you can really win when your center is bad on defense. And I just, for everything they've got around him.
You're talking about DeAndre Jordan when he plays?
Obviously I'm talking about DeAndre Jordan. He'll be featuring prominently in the playoffs. Your boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. It's just the thing I come back to, like, for everything else they've got going on, because I look at them, they're obviously right in the mix. We've talked about how wide open the West is. They're certainly one of 6 or 7 teams that could win in the West. Like, to me, there's no question they're in that group. But that is just the thing I sort of fundamentally wonder about, is what is your ceiling truly and Jokic is unbelievable player. Like, I just wonder about it.
I don't think it's fair to say he's bad defensively. I think it's fair to say that he has obvious physical limitations defensively. That, I think it's fair to wonder, can you win with a center who is not going to be kind of that rim protecting, shut down the paint kind of guy? But I don't think he's a bad defender. I think he's actually a good team defender who in certain one-on-one matchups and again against certain paint attackers, there's going to be problems. Now, having said that, if you're going to be a championship team with him, you better have some plus defenders around him. That's why they went out and traded for Aaron Gordon a couple of years back. That's why they went out and got KCP and Bruce Brown this summer, guys who I think fit really well. To me, there's a couple things with this team. Obviously, the two complementary stars coming back off of major injuries, off of surgeries, with the big question marks coming in. I was much more skeptical about Michael Porter Jr. than I was Jamal Murray. Porter's been good. He's been really good. I mean, his job is also much simpler. He's one of the best catch and shoot threats in the league. 6'10", quick trigger, pure stroke. He's shooting the three almost 50%. I think it's an understatement to say I had major questions about him from a mental standpoint. I've been impressed. I've actually been impressed with the way that he's handled some situations.